Hey everybody, welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on. But before we get started, you already know I do it every single time. We'll continue to do it every single time. Why? Because it's important. Why? Because y'all are the best, and I want whoever wants to be a part of this community, the best community on these internet streets, to have the opportunity to do so. So listen, if you've been hanging out with us, listening to the podcast, hanging out in the comments and you still haven't subscribed, what are you waiting on? Come on and be a part of our tribe. We're the best. That's all I'm going to say. And if you decide that you want to be a part of the best, it is so easy. Go down in those settings, look around, find that subscribe button, and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell so you know when I upload or when I just want to pop in, and give me a thumbs up to fight that nemesis of mine, that beast, that algorithm. I'm telling you, I am making some progress. I am. And I appreciate it so very much because y'all are so faithful in giving me the thumbs up. And it really, really helps. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, I want to give a big thank you and a big, I love you to all of the readers who decide to support the channel by watching the commercials. Y'all always do such a great job, and I am so grateful and so thankful for you. I know it's not easy, but it really, really helps, and I appreciate it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, over there in the corner, that's our join button. That's for channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of the reading club, you will be supporting this channel to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I will be so grateful, so thankful, so over the moon appreciative to have that support. And if you just want to do a one-time donation, that is so easy peasy lemon squeezy. It is. All you got to do is go down there, find that super thanks button and click it. And there you have it. And listen, all donations to the channel is always, always greatly appreciated. All right, y'all, we do have some shout outs. We got some super thanks. And first up is Patricia Smith. Patricia has been with me for a while, and she is just so sweet, so kind, and so unwavering with her support. She is always coming through. She is always writing hard for the read, and I appreciate her so very much. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Patricia. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. And my faithful, faithful, faithful Eulette, she came through. Eulette is just the best. She is. She is so sweet, so kind, and so faithful. That's why I call her faithful, faithful Eulette, because she never lets me down. She is always supporting, always in the comments, and always, always writing hard for the read. I appreciate it so very much. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Eulette. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. And Annette Sweat came through. Yes, she did. Annette has rode with me since the beginning and has never, never wavered in her support for the read. She is the best. She is the best of the best of the best. And I am so grateful and so thankful that she is a part of this community. She is the best. And that is the reason why this community is the best on these internet streets, because it's people like Annette that is a part of it. I promise you, I could just go on and on and on about Annette, because she has been with me since the beginning. She saw something in this channel when nobody did. She did. And I am so grateful and so thankful for her. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Annette. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. And cool Cat Harlem came through. Yes, she did. Cat is just so cool, and she's so smart, and she is always, always making me think, and I love that. She is always coming up with a different point of view or some knowledge that I didn't know anything about. She is the best, and I am so grateful and so thankful that Kat is a part of this community. Yes, so thank you, Kat. Thank you for the super things, but most of all, thank you for being here. All right, y'all. I'm going to play this and we'll talk on the other side. All right, y'all. I want to give another quick shout out to Patricia Smith, to Eulette, to Annette Sweat, and cool Cat Harlan. Listen, y'all are the best. Y'all keep coming through. Y'all keep supporting. Y'all are just everything. So thank you for the super thanks. But most of all, thank y'all for being a part of this community and making it the best on these internet streets. I kid you not. All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is, and y'all know what I do when I am putting the read together. I hit these internet streets. And listen, the streets are kind of calming down a little bit. That family over there is still struggling. They are still trying to pull a cat out of the bag, trying to get someone else to take the blame or to put the blame on someone else. It is the funniest thing to watch. We're going to talk about their latest capers of trying to make Willy and Kitty the saviors of that family over there. Yes, they are trying to do that, trying to push the blame off on the usual suspects. We all know Harry and Meghan. And Russell Meyer, you know, he has a new book coming out, and he is writing article after article how Harry and Meghan is to blame for everything and trying to rewrite history, and that includes Spare. But my whole thing about that is this is supposed to be a second and third hand account of what happened. Yes, all these royal sources and palace sources and all these shady characters he dug up and turned over a rock and found. Yes, we're supposed to believe them over a first-hand account from Prince Harry, who put his name on everything he said with his full chest. This is what this man is out here trying to peddle. But I must say, ain't nobody having it. And them choosing someone like Russell Myers to come up against Prince Harry's Spare, which was a juggernaut and still number one on the Amazon bestsellers list. Russell Myers? Really? And you know, Willie and Kitty needs to take several seats because at this point, they are just an annoyance. They really are. They're just annoying at this point because we all know who Willie and Kitty really are. You know, they got several articles out, and we're going to talk about some of them trying to rewrite history as usual. But what they have not learned, and the Sussex Squad will continue to teach the lesson over and over and over again every time, is that that is not going to fly. We will not allow you to rewrite history. That's not going to happen anymore. The old playbook is just not going to work anymore. That's why it's the old playbook. You need to come up with some new tricks because those tricks are just not hidden the way they used to. And the sooner that they understand that, the sooner they will be better off. I'm just saying. But yes, we're going to talk about that and some other, flying monkeys and pop their heads up. And squatties have absolutely dealt with them in the way that they needed to be dealt with. We're going to talk about that. We have quite a bit to talk about. But most of all, the happiest thing is that our faves popped up at the NBA All-Star game. Yes, they did. And they were seated next to a queen. I kid you not. They were seated right next to Queen Latifah, and her and Megan got along so well. So we're going to talk about that. So, yeah, we got quite a bit to talk about. I'm not going to keep you long. Y'all strap in, y'all lock in. I'm not going to keep you long, but I promise you, I'm going to keep you entertained. And we're going to start with this. And look at here. Yes, our faves were out and about. I'm sure you heard about it, but we hadn't talked about it. So we gonna talk about it. Yes. And they looked so happy. They did. And everybody seemed to be excited that they were there. And where were they? They were at the NBA All-Star game. They were. And this particular squad, he posted a video of them moving through the building in order to find their seats. Yes, and people were saying hello. People was engaging with them. It was just so nice to see that Harry and Meghan is loved just the way we all say that they are. These trolls on these internet streets are not indicative to the feelings of real life people. No, they are not. And sometimes we forget that. We do. We have to deal with these trolls on a day to day basis, and we think, it can't be this bad. And you know what? We're right. It's not that bad because when Harry and Meghan pops out, people respond and they respond with love, and I love it. I do. This squatty said our faves are outside at the NBA All-Star game. Yes. And Harry just seemed like he was really happy to be there, and I was happy for him to be there because Harry has just acclimated to being here in America. He has. He is out at the football games. He's out at the baseball games. He's out at the basketball games. Yes, Harry has become happy in his new American life. You can tell he is ecstatic. He is so happy. He is glowing, him and Meghan are. And I just love it for them. I do. I really, really do. And this what he says, royalty at the NBA. All I can say is, where is the lie? Because Harry and Meghan are the epitome of royalty, not that family across the pond. I mean, look at how they have behaved and how they continue to behave and the people that they continue to surround themselves with. How can you somehow still feel that you are better than when your closest friends, the people who invest in your projects, are pedos and thieves and traitors? I'm just saying, but I digress. Yes, this is the only royalty that I will acknowledge. And it goes on and says, Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, arrived via the VIP entrance for the NBA All-Star 26 game in LA, looking bronzed, happy, and lush. Yes, they did. They absolutely did. And I just enjoy seeing them. When they pop out, I just enjoy seeing them. I enjoy seeing them together, how much they love each other, their beautiful family, just everything about them, and just knowing how far they had to come. I think about Harry on that plane when he said that they were on the Freedom flight. Y'all remember that? Yes, and freedom has come. It has, and I love it. And it looks really, really good on them. And this what he said, Prince Harry looking happy as F, the only happy Windsor. Where is the lie? The rest of them are a miserable, miserable lot. They really are. And I love it for them. I do. I absolutely love it for them. All I can say is karma is a bitch, but I digress, y'all. It says Meghan with her man, and they're hanging out with the only queen that matters. Yes, yes, yes. They were seated right next to Queen Latifah. They really was. And she is a queen because she is a woman of integrity and kindness and love. I mean, all the qualities that you would look for in a queen, not one that just born into it or have done the honeypot to acquire it. No, she earned it, and you can only have respect for that. And I'm going to put this one up. My favorite picture. My favorite picture. And it says, loving every picture of Queen Latifah with Prince Harry and Meghan coming from the All-Star game. So amazing to see, so freeing and happy, enjoying themselves. I love them. Diana, your son is living his best life in California. And you know, this squad is saying that it just reminds me of what that old low down butler of Princess Diana said. But I believe it to be true that Diana wanted to leave England and move to Southern California because she wanted to be free. And now Harry is living the dream that Diana had for herself and her children. Maybe even Willie would have turned out to be a better person. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of hope for that, even if Diana had lived, but maybe he would have been a little better of a human being. But I digress on that point. Yes, look at this picture. They are really enjoying themselves, aren't they? And that's Queen Latifah's little boy and her wife. Yes, they are having the best time, and I love it. I do. And I love how Harry and Meghan can just fit in wherever they go. They always want to talk about how Meghan is this and she's that and she's bougie and she's this. Meghan is just a Southern California girl. She is. In the Oprah Winfrey interview, she said that she knew exactly who she was. And she do not veer from that. You don't ever see Meghan put on any airs or anything like that. Her and Harry are just down to earth people. They are. If you want to see someone put on airs, go across that pond with Willy and Kitty. Kitty tries to put on so many airs, and she was a yacht girl, and she ran the honeypot on a dumb prince who didn't know what the honeypot was. Yes, that's her biggest crowning achievement, that she was able to run a honeypot and get the big hat. Now, I'm not saying that she didn't do a good job at it, but I'm telling you what her job was. I'm just saying. And I'm gonna put this this is Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan and Anthony Anderson at the 2026 NBA All-Star Game. And y'all know they know each other because you remember in 2020, Anthony Anderson was hosting the NAACP Image Awards and Harry and Meghan was there. You remember when Meghan wore that beautiful blue dress that later was cosplayed by the mannequin over there? Yes, that one. They know each other. And Anthony Anderson's mother just fell in love with Harry and Meghan. Y'all remember that? And they took that beautiful picture. I'm going to put it up right here. Yes, this beautiful picture of Anthony Anderson, his mother, Prince Harry, Meghan, and our beloved Doria. Yes, it was a great night. So they have history. They do. So I was really happy to see them reunited at this basketball game. Yes, I love it, y'all. And not to brag, the NBA posted a picture of Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan on their website, and it got over 100,000 likes. Yes, this particular squatty posted about it and said 104 1,000 likes on this photo of hashtag Harry and Meghan on NBA's official Instagram. Yes, over 104,000 likes. I love it. And I just love this picture too. Isn't it cute? I'm telling you. They just look so sweet, I must say. Yeah, I had to laugh because I kind of spaced out there for a minute because I just think they're so sweet. I do. I find myself just looking at them. I just love it. And this is what he says. It doesn't matter what the UK press writes in hundreds of articles about Harry and Meghan to distract the public from royal family scandals. Harry and Meghan are living their best lives far, far away, minding their own business. Minding their own business. I cannot express that strong enough that this couple, I cannot express that in any stronger terms than I am right now. This couple right here minds its own business, and that seems like that is even a problem for those people across the pond, especially Meghan. Harry does come out and say something, he has in past years, and it's been a while, but that's his family. Meghan hadn't said anything in years. She minds her business. She minds her business, and they cannot handle that. And this is the last one on this topic, and then I'm going to move on, but this is how I feel. It says the Sussexes are enjoying their lives while others are marred in scandal involving cover-ups, pedos, treason, grift, and dirty money. Special thanks to the broke printer. Exactly. We will always, always have a soft spot in our hearts as squatties for that broken printer. Yes, that broken printer saved our faves. It did. And they are no longer over there on Salty Island and having to deal with that scandal-riddled family over there. We all know if not for that broken printer, Harry and Meghan would have been the scapegoats. They would have been the ones living under the bus because they would just absolutely be thrown under the bus so often they might as well live there because that family would have used them to save themselves. They would have. And so that broken printer will always, always have the respect of the Sussex squad. I'm just saying. And I also want to add this, just as a side note, President Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama was at the game as well. And guess who got a standing ovation? Yes, the Obamas got a standing ovation. At least President Obama did. He did. People still love him. Like I said, online is not reality. It's not. When you go out in the real world, all the people that they pretend like they are so hated, people actually loves them. The barrier pole never, ever lies. I'm just saying. And y'all, I just had to put this one up. I had to include it when I saw it. Look at this. I mean, two of my favorite couples, and this is what he says, my two favorite loved up couples at the same place. Yes, isn't it funny how when women really love their men, that they have their hands firmly, firmly on their knee. Look at Michelle. Michelle is absolutely holding on to that man, and so is Meghan. And as you can see, President Obama and Harry are also leaning into the women that they love. You can tell when people love each other. Their body language says it. Where are the body language experts? Where are the body language experts? I'm no body language expert, but even a blind man can see that these two couples love each other. I'm just saying. And I want to change gears right now. We're going to talk about Willy and Kitty. It is plenty there for us to talk about. And first, I want to talk about this. This Squatty posted this article, and it looks like another one of Willy's and Kitty's associates for one of their charity has connections with JE. Yes, another one. Another one. And as you can see, the article says cancer charity supported by Kate Middleton and Prince William face JE fallout as trustee resigns. Yes, they are falling like flies over there. It seems like everybody that is associated with their charities, they only have just a few. I mean, they only created a few since they turned 40 or more. And I'm telling you, just about everybody that's on their board has something to do with JE. I'm just saying. It says Nicole Junkerman stepped back from her role as trustee of the cancer charity that supports the hospital where the Princess of Wales was treated. Well, we know. I ain't gonna say nothing. Yes, we know what the deal is there, but all I can say, another one bites the dust. Yes, and another one gone, and another one gone, and another one bites the dust. Yes, they are dropping like flies. These people are being exposed. They really are. And I just love it for them. And Harry and Meghan is at a basketball game. Oh, I cannot, y'all. I feel the messiness coming, but I'm gonna try to resist. And this squatty that posted this said, JE follows them in every corner. And they thought the only worry would just be the color of the baby's skin. Yeah, that's when they were riding high back then. Yes, they thought they were the SHIT. And then came to find out that they were SHIT. It's a difference there. It is. And if you know, you know. And I'm going to put this up. This squatty posted a similar article from the Telegraph. And the title is German Countess Who Called JE Baby Quits Prince of Wales Cancer Charity. London-based tech investor steps down after extent of her relationship with sex offender revealed. These people, I'm telling you, more and more is coming out that these are the most depraved individuals that it is. They expect morality from us, and they, in return, are the most sadistic and depraved individuals that it is. Money absolutely seems to corrupt these people. But are they just sadistic and depraved and so vile? And that is the way in which they become who they are, as rich as they are. They're just that heartless and evil. Is rich people really this evil? And it seems to be that not all rich people are evil, but it's turning out to be the majority is. I'm just saying, it looks that way. Y'all tell me what y'all think, but it is looking that way because it's not an uber rich human being that is presently alive or dead, just about, is not in these JE files doing some kind of heinous and disgusting act. And here, this German countess, she is calling someone who tortures and has sex with small girls, baby. I cannot. And the squatty that posted this said, another one of JE's associates who has been a trustee for Kate and William's Royal Marsden Cancer Charity, where they are both patrons, have quit her role after it was revealed she was the one who called JE baby in the recent release emails by the DOJ. Yes. Call this diabolical thing, baby. These are the people that are at the tippy top. Yes, and we're supposed to look at them with reverence? I don't think so. These people are monsters. And this squatty reposted that same squatty and said this: wow, so many ties to the JE files to William. I absolutely love this for William and the royals at large. Where is the lie? I am eating it up with a big spoon. It is just so delicious because all of the plotting and the planning that him and Kitty had for Harry and Meghan. I mean, Russell Myers in this new book, he's out here flogging the idea that Harry and Meghan was the problem, not Willy and Kitty. Well, we all see where the problem lies. We all see what couple is wrapped up and tied up with all of the associates with JE. And Harry and Meghan are in California at a basketball game, living their best life, paying them no attention, minding their business. But yet and still, here's this Russell Myers character trying to sell us on the fact that palace sources and these so-called palace insiders should be believed over Prince Harry. Harry gave us a first-hand account. He put his name to it and he said it with his full chest. But here they continue to hide behind people like Russell Myers, this weasel, and try to discredit everything that Harry has said in Spare. All I can say is this: nobody's going to buy this book. Nobody cares about his palace sources. Nobody cares about his inside sources because we all know this is nothing but Willie and Kitty fighting for their lives because they know they have been found out. Everybody sees exactly who these two are. We have saw behind the curtain and we absolutely do not like what we see. These people are nothing but performative. They have no soul. They have no purpose whatsoever except to try to maintain their status and their money. They want to maintain this monarchy because it serves them best, not the people, them. And because of that, they are back on the bullshites, trying to make Harry and Meghan out to be the villain, trying to rewrite history, saying Harry and Meghan was the problem. Kate didn't trust Harry and Meghan. Kate can't even really spell her name, much less have a complete and clear thought. And if she does, she can't express it because McMumbles McBumblemouth cannot say 2 or 3 sentences together and have them to make sense. So miss me, but I'm going to put this up. This is what this nonsense they are up to now. And I'm going to put this up. This is what the Mirror posted. And the title of this article is Exclusive. Kate believed Harry and Meghan was not trusted after explosive move. Who cares? Who cares if Kitty thought that they were not trusted after explosive move? I didn't read this article, so I can't say what it's about. But all I know is squatties ate them up. They did. Because who cares about who Kate trusts? Kate is one of the most untrustworthy people it is. She has been absolutely caught out on so many lies that it is mind-numbing at this point. Let's not even discuss that Frankenstein picture she put out for Mother's Day. I think it was 2022 or 2023. Let's not discuss that. The one that she was so dishonest about that she could not even come up with a good lie. She had said that William took that picture for Mother's Day. And come to find out, it was just a hodgepodge of pictures of time gone by. It was so dishonest and so blatant in its attempt to try to deceive the public. Yes, it was such a hodgepodge of nonsense. Reputable news organizations put a kill notice on it. But you want to talk to us about trust. Stop it. And this squatty came up under this post and said, but she had no problem trusting Andrew around her daughter Charlotte. Kate needs to keep the Duchess's name out of her mouth and worry about her cheating husband and his relationship with pedos. Woo! Come on through now. Not playing with you. They were not playing with them in these comments. And I am fully on board with that. I don't play with these people no more. I don't. I come in hard because this is all they understand. Because they keep on keeping on with this nonsense and expect people to be okay with it. Well, those days are gone. That's not going to happen. And you are just going to understand that as you continue to try to rewrite history, we're going to come in hard and fast. The squatties are not having it. I'm just saying. And this beautiful squatty came up under that same post and said this: why is it even after Harry and Meghan have told us the reason they left, tabloid royal reporters just ignore everything said and pretend they don't know better? William and Kate know perfectly well why Harry and Meghan left. One reason was the smear campaign they instigated because they were jealous of Harry and Meghan. And these same flying monkeys have said that in other books. Jabbo, in his book Catherine, said that was exactly what was going on when it came to Willy and Kitty. That they were fully and consumed with jealousy when it came to Harry and Meghan. And all I can say is, even if no one said that, you can look at how Willy and Kitty has moved since Harry and Meghan left. They do nothing but copy them. I mean, in every form and fashion. Now, who is really the ones who is jealous? As far as I know, people who are jealous of you are the ones who copy you and want to be you. And Willy and Kitty are the only ones with vision boards copying Harry and Meghan, not the other way around. I'm just saying. And I'm going to put this up. This is an exchange that I want to share because it happened between Graham Smith and Russell Myers. Russell Myers is the one who wrote that story, the one we have been discussing. And he wanted to promote it on his page. So Graham Smith reposted what Russell Myers put on his page about this nonsense article and said this: William has often been described as quick to temper, bordering on bullying, and it was William who assaulted Harry. So Russell Myers decided to answer Graham Smith and said this: on your last point, that's a very one-sided version of events. Is certainly disputed. All details in the book. See, this right here lets you in on exactly what this book is about. It is about trying to rewrite history and trying to rewrite Spare in Willy and Kitty's favor. You cannot tell me that this old flying monkey didn't get together with Kensington Palace and trying to rewrite history. But we will have none of it. None of it. But he has let the cat out of the bag and let us know that that is exactly what's in the book. Want to dispute the fact that William attacked Harry. Talking about, let's read it again. Talking about, on your last point, that's very one-sided version of events is certainly disputed. Disputed by who? Who disputed it? We all know that his palace insiders maybe disputed it. His palace sources maybe disputed it. But all I can say is, do they not understand that the internet is forever and receipts are forever? Even when you try to delete them, squatties still have them at our fingertip. And this receipt is in another book called Band of Brothers. This story about William attacking Harry was told way before Harry told it and confirmed that it was true. So check back with your palace sources because they told Robert Lacey well before Harry put it in spare. So stop it. The receipts are there for everyone to see. If you don't believe it, go get the book Band of Brothers. That very same story is in there and is told by Robert Lacey and these so-called palace sources. Now, I don't know if they're the same ones who are now trying to backpedal and booty pop their way out of it, but we all know that Harry has confirmed that it happened. So stop it. Stop it. This right here to me just discredit this whole book because he lets us know exactly what it's about. It is about trying to rehabilitate Willy and Kitty. Yes, that's all it's about. We know this. I mean, and it's not going to be allowed. And I'm going to put this up, and here it is. Here it is right here. It was written in 2021. Band of Brothers, Robert Lacey. And there is the story. The personal account, it says, it also relies upon William's personal account of these events to one of his friends who then spoke to this author. Yes, this is Willie. He admitted to it. I bet he thought it was going to make him look, macho and strong, jumping on your little brother, assaulting your little brother. But it did. When Harry wrote it, it just didn't hit like he thought it was going to hit. Now he got Russell Myers out here flogging this nonsense and expect people to believe it when we have the receipts. We have the receipts. And this particular squatty posted this and said, laughing my A off. William gave the details to Lacey in 2021. I thought William did not brief to the press. So how you getting this story? A cowardly man. Yes, what is it? At Russell Myers. At RJ Myers. Yes. Stop it. Do you honestly think it's going to be that easy? Do you think we're just going to sit back and not call you out on your bullshit? Get out of here. I'm just saying. And this squatty right here just puts it perfectly. She says, but Harry and Meghan, that whole Harry and Meghan thing, it isn't going to fly anymore. These two fully and publicly supported Andrew, knowing who he is, just to stick it to Harry and Meghan. They wanted Harry and Meghan to see that the biggest sin is correcting their lies. No amount of narrative manipulation will negate that fact. Where is the lie? Yes, Harry and Meghan corrected their lies. If they hadn't lied on Harry and Meghan, if they hadn't told the lies, it would not have been a spare. Spare was to correct the lies and also tell Harry's story, to put it all out there so nobody could come back and try to manipulate him or blackmail him because of something that he had did in his past and wasn't out there in the public realm. That's what Spare was all about. And they wanted to try to punish Harry and Meghan and felt some kind of victimhood because Harry and Meghan had the balls to correct them. This squatty right here is absolutely telling the truth. And now the blowback has been devastating for them. And I must say, I love it. I do. And as for this Russell Myers book, it is not going to go anywhere. Just like the slew of books that have come before it and has become after Spare. These lying pieces of you know what hasn't gone anywhere because they were so full of lies that people push back on them. And this book is going to get pushed back on as well because we know it's full of lies. You just told us it was, because when you're talking about Willie not jumping on Harry, and it's already been reported that he did, and it was reported by him himself, what he told his friends, a first-hand account. So we're supposed to believe that this book is supposed to contain some truths. Stop it. Stop it. And also in that book, Catherine, Jabo admitted to all of this. It's so funny to me that Willie and Kitty actually really tried it. And this squatty said, if my faves really made those palace heifers mad, I would love and respect them even more than I already do. You really expect my girl to kiss the behinds of those same people who called her all sort of racist names. Oh, and yeah, William and Kate are reserved VIP spots in HE double hockey sticks. Yes, evidently in this article, they're talking about how the staff really hated Megan and said she was abrasive and whatnot. And this squatty said if she actually made them heifers in the palace mad, then she even have more respect for her. And all I can say is me too. Me too. And I want to put this up because not only are they trying to rewrite history and make Harry and Meghan the villains and trying to deflect so people can start talking more about Harry and Meghan instead of that family and William and Kate, they're also playing the cancer card and writing stories like this to try to invoke some kind of sympathy for William and Kate. This is a two-pronged attack. Yes, trying to get them out of the gutter where they put themselves when they decided to associate with all these people that they knew was nefarious and shady, but they did not care because they thought nothing would ever stick to them. They really thought that they had it going on. But here it is, the mirror as well, and says Prince's disbelief at Kate's cancer diagnosis told pals it was brutal and completely disorienting. Yes, performative cancer can be completely devastating and disorienting to a performative person. Yes, it can. I can understand it. You have to be on your best performative BS in order to sell it. Why wouldn't it not be just disorienting? Because you really have to sell this BS to the people. You absolutely have to put your best performative foot forward in order to get people to drum up a little sympathy for you. So you really have to be on your A game. And here we are with this nonsense. This particular squatty that posted this says, William Parker Bowles getting caught in the JE scandal with his Earthlock co-founder being at the center of it. Let's bring back the cancer story and his pain. Like, look, yes, I took money from a rich Arab who liked to torture young women, but hey, my wife had cancer. The invisible contract. Royal reporters getting messages on WhatsApp from royal courtiers on what to report. Nobody believes them anymore. Nothing is spontaneous. Nothing is natural. Everything is staged. Where is the lie? And that's exactly what I said earlier. It just do not hit like it used to. That dog just refused to hunt. But they keep on trotting it out there because they don't know anything else. This is the only playbook that they have. And they don't understand it has played out. People are not going for this nonsense. Everybody knows that this whole cancer thing has so many holes in it, it looks like Swiss cheese. I mean, the lies that have been told, and the truths that have been told by Willie in South Africa with his legs crossed, saying that this was precancerous cells. So stop it. It's just not going to work. And I love it for them. I do. And this is some of the responses from squatties about this story. This squatty says they act as if bringing this up every time will make people forget what mess they are really trying to hide. If he was really in agony, he would let her touch him in public as well as in private. By the way they look at each other, we can confer it doesn't happen in either place. I agree. And this other squatty said the sheer desperation of it all, and another photoshopped image of that woman while making it all about him. Well, I suppose he did come up with the fake cancer stunt, so he may as well own it now. But the reason they're trying to make it about him because he is the one that has all the JE connections. And it's also coming out that back in 2016, he was warned about all of this and he continued the relationship with the Sultan. Yes, he did. And Earthlock is going up in flames. And that is the reason why this story is more about Willie than Kitty, his agony. And this other squatty had this cute little meme of someone milking a cow and said, milking that fake arse udder for all it's worth. Yes, they are going to continue to do it. Get used to it because this is all they have. They're going to milk it and milk it and milk it. Squatty said this in the beginning. We knew that this is what they were going to do. They use it and use it and use it. And this squatty says, nah, this must be a joke. Even their fans don't believe this nonsense. Exactly. Exactly. And are they really fans? They are just Harry and Meghan haters. Let's put it out there. And this squatty said, listen, I never knew the day would come where those two would be dragged to HE double hockey sticks for every post about them. And I love that for them. Yes, they were dragging them up and down these internet streets because people are absolutely coming to the realization that these two are just con artists, grifters, people who are performative. These people are not real people. They are lizard people. And I don't mean that facetiously. Yeah, I do kind of. I know that they're not real lizard people, but they are cold-blooded. They are. And this particular squatty came up under and said, long may it continue. It's what they rightly deserve. Where is the lie? Where is it? And I'm going to put this up, and it looks like nobody cares about what he is talking about, what he is selling. People are not buying. Look at the numbers. This particular squatty posted it. It says, the absolutely insanity. This is why the monarchy is doomed. No one cares about William and Kate. And as you can see, 545 comments. And if you compare that to the story that they wrote about Meghan's post about Prince Harry and Princess Lilibeth, it got 3.6 thousand comments. Yes, this is the reason why they don't want Harry and his family over there in the UK. Because not only do they overshadow Willie and Kate, they bury them. They bury them. It's like an avalanche when Harry and Meghan are compared to two duds like Willy and Kitty. And they know it. And they hate them for it. They do. They hate them for their shine. That is the reason why Harry and Meghan was targeted. Now they can try to write books and pretend like that's not the truth and just try to get around what everyone knows to be the fact that Harry and Meghan shine, they could not handle it. They were jealous. And this is proof of why. And I want to put this up. Look what the cat has drug in. I guess he did get his leg taken off because here's proof. And the Daily Mail has absolutely tried to really help Willy and Kitty out, trying to drag up Thomas Markle Sr. of all people. And look what it says. Thomas Markle attends Valentine party to celebrate good progress in the battle to walk again, but still no visit from daughter Meghan. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, when you're going no contact, that's what it means, no contact. I mean, is the concept going past you or something? Meghan has gone no contact. It's crazy to me. But they did that. They're doing everything that they can to deflect from the fact that Willie has JE ties. He is JE adjacent. And that's just the way it is. And I'm going to end with this particular post because it made me think. When I saw that picture of Princess Lilibeth and her dad, Prince Harry, I didn't really think about this. This squatty posted that Princess Diana announced on Valentine's Day that she was pregnant with Prince Harry. And Meghan and Harry made the announcement on Valentine's Day when she was pregnant with Princess Lilibeth. And that makes history. This particular squatty said, this pic is about history. 5 years ago, Harry and Meghan announced she was pregnant with Lilibeth. Meghan is remembering that moment and celebrating their daughter. By the way, Princess Diana announced her second pregnancy, Harry, also on Valentine's Day. Isn't that sweet? And I love it. 5 years later, here is what was in Megan's tummy, a beautiful little girl. I love it, y'all. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all a little later. Bye.